Welcome back, grade 5, week 5, rotation. This is video number 2. And for this video, I'd like you to turn to page 307 in your textbook and follow along as I read. So we're looking at the section that starts with the word that has the heading connect. When a shape turns about a point, it is rotated from one position to another. The movement is a rotation or turn. When we draw the shape in its new position, we draw a rotation image of the shape. After one complete turn, a shape is back to where it started. You can see 3 clocks underneath there. The book refers to the minute hand. We don't have time to wait for it for the minute hand to turn all the way around, so we're going to use the second hand instead. And you can see I've got the clock there, and its second hand is coming up to the 12, and that is considered the start position. And here it comes, and it starts to move from 12 and making its way down to be right opposite the word 3. And at that point, it has now done a quarter turn clockwise. So that's a quarter turn clockwise. It then keeps on going, and again, measured from 12, it is now going to be right opposite the number 6, and that will be a half turn clockwise. It keeps on going, moving itself around, coming up, and when it reaches right opposite the number 9, if you're starting from 12, it has made a 3/4 turn, and then of course, now it's coming back on the 12, and when it is right opposite or between the 1 and the 2 of the number 12, that will mean it has made a full turn now. Underneath the clocks, you can see 2 drawings. The left-hand side shows a shape. Says that a shape can rotate clockwise about a vertex V. So you see the shape, it's a diamond shape, it's pointing up towards the number 12 if it was on a clock face. And then the image has moved 1/4 turn in a clockwise direction. On the right-hand side of the page, we have the same shape, starting off in the same place, but it is moving in a counterclockwise direction about the vertex V, and it's going, in other words, from where 12 would be on the clock to where 9 would be on the clock. But of course, we know that clocks don't move that way, so that would be counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Turn the page, 308 at the top. Any turn less than one complete turn is a fraction of a turn, clockwise or counterclockwise. So, on the left, it says this shape has rotated a 1/4 turn clockwise about, remember we talked about the fact that about in this context means around vertex A. This point is called the point of rotation. We've already used the definition to find out what that was. It was called the fixed point, or the point of rotation. So you can see the shape has gone from, the end there is at where it would be a 9, and then it is swung up so that the image is now up at the 12, going around the point of rotation, point A. On the right-hand side of the page, we have this shape has rotated a 1/4 turn counterclockwise about vertex B. So you see where the arrow starts would be where the number 6 would be on a clock, and it goes from 6 and swings up in a counterclockwise direction, so that the same point is now, in the image, is now basically where the number 3 would be on a clock. Okay. Underneath that it says a rotation is described by, and there are 3 elements. First of all, the direction of the turn, and there can only be 2 options there, either clockwise or counterclockwise. The fraction of the turn, And again, we have 4 options there. It's either a quarter turn, a half turn, a 3/4 turn, or a full turn. And then the point of rotation. Last paragraph there says the shape and its rotation image have different orientations. The shape and its image face different ways for any rotation that is less than 1 complete turn. So I'm going to move the clock out of the way now, and I'm going to demonstrate exactly all those different things. Okay, so you see I've got a point V there, and I've got a shape, and I'm going to try and keep my hands out of the way so you can see. So I'm standing above here so you can hopefully get a good view of this. I've got my shape, and I'm now going to move the image in a clockwise direction. 1/4 turn. And there you go. The original shape is here. The image has swung around, but all the points are, but it's a different orientation, but all the points correspond once you add in the 1/4 turn. Now I can keep on going and move that a half turn. And there you go. Shape and the image are now, the shape has been rotated a half turn around in a clockwise direction. And if it keeps on coming around up this way, I can show you what a 3/4 turn would look like. And then sliding the image underneath the shape, we bring it back so that it's now a full turn. And of course, it's the only time where the shape and the image have the same orientation. Likewise, in a counterclockwise direction, I could take my image and I could move it a half turn counterclockwise. I could move it a 3/4 turn counterclockwise. And I could bring it back for a full turn counterclockwise. And which one did I miss out? I missed out a 1/4 turn counterclockwise, which would bring it to there. Now, we could also, as the book points out, textbook points out, change the point of rotation, the center of rotation. So I was using this one. I could now change that, and I'll do it upside down so that you can still see the point V there. And again, there is my shape. It's now a different point of, or center of rotation. And I can take the image and swing it around a 1/4 turn clockwise, or 3/4 turn clockwise, or start again back here. I could do a half turn counterclockwise. Again, just all I've done is change the center of rotation, and that's it. GoPro, stop recording.